Okay, I want to say hello again everybody, it's only me, Wushu Richard, with another martial arts video for you here. Also, it's Christmas Eve in this video, so Merry Christmas everybody, okay, watching. It's night time actually. The time actually now is, well, I've got around 26 minutes or so till Christmas hits, you know. Midnight, you know, 2016 this is. Anyway, but in this video, you know, we're going to have some more martial arts training, real simple training for you, okay, at home. You can see I'm at home, it's night time in this video. Nothing too complicated, nothing too difficult, okay. Anyone can practice, it's very simple techniques. So let's get on with it. Yeah, exactly right. I also want to say, you may have noticed that recently I have been uploading more martial arts, you know, and kung fu training videos, which is great, and wushu kung fu, you know, videos, which is good, you know, simple lessons and stuff I love to share, you know. I've been so happy also that I've been actually teaching, you know, more students recently, which has been great. 5 students, you know. Just training at different times, or 4 people at one time and another time. I've been very happy recently because I've been teaching more martial arts. I always like to have some regular students that I can just teach my bit, you know. To you know, and I advise all martial artists to, you know, if you know something, you know, it's good to share with people because it can help everybody in their lives, you know. There's another potential student I have got in mind as well, somebody I might be teaching next year, not too sure. Anyway, let's get on with this, as I said. Okay, so in this video we're going to look at some kicking techniques, okay. First of all, we're talking about crescent kicks and crescent kicks. Now when we do traditional wushu training, okay, like long fist usually, like chung tren and styles like that, usually, in other martial arts too, where there are kicking and stuff, there are different methods of training kicks, but for the crescent kicks, you have a technique where you put your arms out like this usually. You don't have to follow along here, I'm just showing you, okay? And what you do is you swing your leg in an arc, usually as straight as possible, and you kick across like that to your hands. Now we're going to look at this same thing here, okay? But we're going to do it in a more simple way. We're standing in let's say a basic fighting stance, you know, bending both your knees. Let's say you step back, bend both knees slightly, put your hand up in a guard. I usually like to have one hand ahead in front, one at the back there. You can do it the other way, of course, too. Okay, and you can either kick from the front leg or the back leg, and either leg really. But we're going to do it from the back leg, okay, to get that arc in, and we're going to come in like that and kick across. So what I'm doing is I'm simply coming in an arc, okay? You can do it to like mid-height, you can do low, but we're going to do mid-level if you can't go high. But if you can go high, to like head height, let's say about your height, let's say. Keeping in mind that people are in different, you know, different heights and stuff. You're going to do that arc there, and you're going to kick across. Now what I'm doing is there's different ways to kick, okay? But first of all, as in different parts of the foot that you kick with. I'll explain that first of all. Different parts of the foot that you kick with. You kick on the inside part of your foot there. That's one way you can do it. Another way is you can, when you do the kick, rather than keeping your leg completely straight, you can keep it like almost straight when you do it, or you can like slightly bend it in. But when you do that, for example, if I do it on this side here, facing here now, and you can see what I mean. My hand's out like a target there, coming up, kicking across. You see, if it was in a nearer distance, I might be here, you see, so bending the knee and kicking across. Now, it's the same as many kicks, okay? When you kick, you can kick with the inside part of the foot. You can also kick with the bottom sole of the foot, the actual parts are coming in and kicking across like that. That usually works well in a close range. Okay, closer range, okay, so you're working the different ranges, if you see what I'm saying, here or here, longer out as it's going across. But the idea is you're doing that circular arcing motion coming across. So if someone's here, bam, and you have to look at the target, keep your eyes on the target. I'm just looking at the camera here to check myself out. I put my hands out, bam, Okay, now the thing is, okay, you want to make sure you've got some stability. I'm not keeping my leg completely locked straight. I'm bending my knee a little bit like we do with all kicks to keep my stability as I'm going across. And one thing you can do is you can do that and then put your feet down there and then go with the other foot, you know, and just walk front or back. But I'm just doing this here, okay, fists or open palm. I open my palm up and I'm just going here and then bringing it straight back and placing the foot back down. After you've kicked across, you don't want to smash your foot down onto the ground and let it drop like that. One, because you might hurt yourself, and two, it's not good for your balance anyway. So you're going to stand there, hips strong, bend that knee there. Whichever leg you're kicking from, no matter what kinds of kicks you do as well, you want to remember to keep that, the leg you're balancing on, to have some base, so bend the knee, okay? Don't keep it completely straight always. Now, this foot should be flat on the floor. When you're doing the kick, okay, you do that, you may find that you might want to turn that foot slightly out, the one that's on the ground, I'm saying. You turn your foot slightly this way, see, and go across, and then you might go in front of that, you see. I could turn back around this way to fight, but then my legs would be crossed up, so I'd have to bring this foot slightly across. When you're in a fighting stance, like facing front on now, here, you want to remember that there's like a line, imaginary line, but between your two legs there, kind of like for balance, okay? You don't want to leave your legs crossed up like this and off balance and stuff like that. For example, okay, if I'm facing this direction now, and I turn around, you can see that my legs are crossed up. So I need to bring this leg across. But we're not leaving the groin totally wide open for someone to kick us in the nuts and bust our ball bags, okay? Just keeping it real, okay? Get real. But what I'm trying to say is, what we're doing is, let's see if you've got any. What I'm trying to say is you bring your knee in also. When you're in a fighting style, you turn your feet slightly in for a bit of guard there, and your knees to protect your groin. So if you need to turn over and protect your groin, you're there. But you're keeping that base. The same way as if I was standing here, I've got this base, you see, I've got this stability. I'll just step back. And you don't want to leave your hands both low or hands too high. You make sure you've got a guard in the middle here. And whatever this hand's doing when you're punching or fighting and blocking, if this hand has any trouble, you have this back hand here to protect you. That's the guard. That's the idea of having it when you've got these hands in this position. Okay, don't keep it too wide open, so you keep that close in as a guard. Okay. So anyway, one more thing I want to mention, very important. When you're doing this, you should give yourself repetitions, and don't leave yourself leaning over when you're doing kicks, either like this or like, you know, doing a kick and then like wobbling and stuff. Try to keep in that point there, focus with your back. It doesn't have to be locked so straight, but you know, straight enough that you've got that straight base. You're like a tree in this position. So here, you're not like wobbling all over the place like you're drunk or something. You know, it's not drunk and kung fu we're doing anyway. So that's good. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, making sure you loosen up in that. Okay. Comfortable, and you'll be there, you stand and you just go across, bang. This hand, remember to keep a guard there, okay? Bam. You can do repetitions. You can kick from the front leg, by the way, but of course you're going to have to change your hands if you're doing that. So going across, see, bam, and then changing. So if you wanted to, you could do like a strike. You could go strike, kick, see, or block. Do different movements if you wish to. You know? Jab, cross, hook. It's up to you. You can do that, you know, or do two even from there. Bam, front leg to back hand, and then back hand to front leg. That's coordination, though, you see. Which is why usually when you stand there, you can just stand like this. Just kick to the side, like we're doing like in the wushu training, for example. Just here, feet like together, there, not together, but you know, it's like that. Let's say, and you can kick across to your hand. So, but this is good balance. You see what I'm saying? But the thing is, you know, it's flexibility. You want to remember to do some stretching. And the thing I'm trying to say, okay, is, you know, remembering that distance too. And the thing is, okay, it's just an exercise more so. When you kick across also, you can kick with the ball of the foot. You can kick across with the ball of the foot there. Just that part, kicking my hand with the ball of this part of the area of the foot. Okay. Heel wouldn't work so well. But you know what I'm saying, you can get with the inside part or the sole turning in, or the ball of the foot, different ways to do it, okay? Now when you do an outer crescent kick, okay, I'll show you with the wushu one, for example, back straight, hands right out the sides, you do an outer circular motion like that. Okay, a big outer circular arcing motion like that. And you can do two hands. I remember my teacher used to do two hands like this, so do two, see like that, also hitting both hands. Or trying to arc across, see, from there, bam, bam. But that's like fancy stuff, but I'm just saying, when you do that, you hit with the outer edge of the foot, the outer part of the foot there, okay? So if I was here now on the front, let's say fighting here, I could do it like that, you see? So, but of course not with the front leg, I'm saying. With the back leg, it'd be hard because you have to come up and then across, you see? You can do movements where you turn around like this, see, and then do it. You see what I'm saying? But I'm showing you the movements from like a basic fighting stance. We're not doing like wushu exercises. These kind of kicks are usually they're part of the style, but it's for like the exercise routines, you know, usually when you've got different ways of doing it, like walking and stuff, bam, you know, and things like that, you know, we would do. For example, 1 and then 2, things like that. You do different kind of spinning, walking and stuff. But I'm just showing you a few basics. So what I'm saying is focusing on the centre line, standing here, and just doing from that back leg there, boom. See? 1, solid, see? 2, here. Keep a fist here if you want to keep it for balance, strong in your mind. See? Okay. Okay, see? Boom. Then change. 1, see? Boom, boom. If you want to do that, see? See? Cross jab, or jab, cross jab. It's up to you how you do it, see? Bam. Boom, see? Or just bam, see? Imagine, you see what I'm saying? You can do that, see? But what I'm trying to say is, what that's doing is keeping your solid focus on your centre. That's what it's doing, to keep you solid, so standing. And then, bam. So you don't want to go like this, see, leaning, and your butt starts falling. Be balancing there. Then kicking across. If you had to go to the side, just say someone was standing to there, you go across so you could do it. So it's just the motion, see? An outer circle lower there, you might go across, bam, kicking across, see? So you've got the one where the leg's straight as you're kicking across, and you've got the other one where it's like closer range and you're bending it in. That one's probably more comfortable for a lot of people to do. But you can do that, see? If there was a thick tree here, now I like to train a lot of stuff on trees, as you know, arms and legs, but I'm not telling you to kick nature and, you know, and strike things that we're, you know, being silly. I'm saying, but the thing is, if there's a tree there or a pole or something, you don't have to go all out really hard and hurt yourself. You need to get the technique right first, because otherwise you could put pain and injury on your joints, okay, to your upper or lower body. But the thing is, you can, if there's a tree there in front of you, just standing here, you can just come in and do that. Just kick it. Bam, mid-level, see? Get your hands in a tight guard, boom, and then hit the tree, you see? And not use your fists, not use your hand, I'm saying, your palm. Just keep standing there, bam, see? Bam, see? And the higher part, see? Bam, there, see? Bam, more in a fighting stance, from the front leg, boom, back leg, bam, see? You see what I'm saying? From this thing, boom, changing your stance work. And that will give you some good training. Not full out so hard, but just getting the feeling, the connection of kicking and not losing your balance when you end up hitting the tree. Make sure you're strong in your stance, and then just start off with taps, and then get a bit more power, a little bit, you know, just enough to tap it, you know. And that's teaching you balance more than anything, how to generate some power into your strike. Not slippity slappity, but it's like, let's go with a bit of power. And the thing I'm saying is, 2 points, right, to finish this off, really, the real finishing points, are on the hands. Why am I saying to you, and why do we train that with the hands out? And like kicking the hands. First of all, as I say, it's just for something, it's another way you can train. You can train in thin air and just kick nothing all day. You can train with a punch bag, fair enough. But it's like I'm saying, if you've got nothing to train with and you've got your hand just by yourself, you're in a field or wherever you are, in a room like I am now, you can stay that there, here. I can focus on anything in this room. I can focus on those boxes and bags I can see over there. And rather than kicking it, I'm just putting my hands up in front of me in the line. Be slightly lower, slightly higher. I'm just imagining my guard focusing. You know, this hand's here as a back guard, this hand's here. I'm just hitting, I'm visualising. I could look in the mirror, I could look at myself in the mirror, or a large portrait of someone if you had that, you know. And you just go in there, bang, you know, change my guard, boom, bam, so you go in 1, 2, you know, get a bit of training, you know, 10 on each leg every day. Well, just for example, you know what I'm saying? and it's getting my alignment in. And also another thing, what it's doing is you can breathe. Don't talk like I am, you know, when you're training properly, focus, breathe. And another very, very important thing, don't kick so hard. When you kick, you're not trying to kick your hand off. Because I've had it in training, we've all had injuries. If you've been serious about martial arts in your life, you've done all kinds of training, there's times where you're like training and stuff, might be anything, a wooden dummy doing blocks, you know, a punch bag you might hit so hard, you don't want to wear yourself out. You know what I'm trying to say? You don't want to injure yourself, so the idea is not to kick your hand so hard. I've done it before, you might miss, you might get even not the hardest hit, you might end up kicking your wrist or whatever, that can be numb, or your fingers you might mess up, you know. Again, you know, with your shoes on when you're training as well, it's another thing. So you're mindful, you've got shoes on, you're training. Another thing is like if you've got your shoes on and it's all dirty as well, that's another thing. You're outside training with shoes on, you're going to need to wash your hands, aren't you, before you can do anything. So, you know, before you can eat anything or anything, you've got to wash your hands. So, you know, when you're doing it, you put your hands out though, I'm just saying though, be careful, light tap on the hand, and the idea is to get some balance there, to get some force. And also, what else is that doing? That's another way to strengthen your hand. So when you're relaxed, you're not trying to hit your foot, obviously, but you have to be there on that centre. So when my hand, the force is coming in, right? It's coming in to my foot there, okay, isn't it, right? But I mean my foot, so my foot is coming in across this here, and then I'm bringing it down and back behind me here, okay? It doesn't matter if I'm going out in from this one or it doesn't matter which one. Well, this I see. The thing is, I'm not going to let my hand fly away, am I? I'm going to stay here, make it a bit solid so it can take the impact on my palm, not my fingers. Okay, bam. See? So what that's doing is that's strengthening the energy in my hand, so that if someone's really going to punch me, let's say, I've got my guard here, that can cover, see, boom, boom, that can cover against someone's arm if they're punching. Or leg, fair enough, someone's leg, whatever. But I'm just saying, you know, usually you guard low with your legs against kicks, and you guard, you know, let's say higher with your arms and hands. But you see what I'm saying, getting that training on, it's like, pa, 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 see, pa, see, or there, sorry, there, you know, bam, see, so there, boom, see, and they're strengthening the guard, see what I'm saying, yeah? Now, when you're training also, just for a reminder, I've got some pads here, I've got blue pads. I like to train some training like that now and again, from time to time, punches, elbows and stuff, just by myself. These are focus pads, like what boxers use, you know, and kickboxers. When you have these, then someone puts these on, like their trainer, and they put them up like that, and the other person will practice their punches or kicks, you know, like basic kickboxing or taekwondo or whatever, you know, on them. So what I'm trying to say is that I could put that on, just for the video, quickly. Here, see, it's the same thing, and just hit the target. This is even better training, because you've got a target to hit against now, see? One, see, boom, great, right? Other leg, work it on the other leg, or just put them both on, you know, both hands, one, snap, and you're there. Boom, see? Boom, and you're there, see? It's good training. And this is training, if you look at my hand, as I do this, I'm not losing my stance work, my hand's not flying all over the place, I'm not trying to hit it either way. It's like the energy is, on the moment of impact, is coming in, see? This has got to have enough power to meet my foot, see? And what that's doing is, it's not only my arm and my leg, but it's also my whole body and my torso, see, my back. I don't want to lean across either like this, okay? You want to keep your body more straight up there, see? Boom. And you focus on your enemy, your targets, the head, the body of the enemy, you map the opponent, imagine where they are, their body, their head. You can see what I'm saying, see? Do that leg, fair enough, see? Get the strikes in. And like I say, if you've got two on both hands doing this kind of training, okay, you can do it all. Elbows, fair enough. These different kind of common, what I'm trying to say, when you've got the pads on, you know, and we'll do more training videos on this, I promise, okay, when I get a chance. We'll try and get that in, okay, when I can, videos on this kind of training. But another thing I'm saying is that you can work movements too, because you don't need to make form fists, of course. If you're wearing these, you can't form fists. Like if you're wearing these, you know, you can do jabs, like you have a basic boxing guard, or the guard I was showing you like this, one in back, one in front. You just do that, turning on the hip, doing that back foot, turning the hips, doing jabs and stuff, 1, 2, see? Just in the air, look, focus on a target, something in the room, or just imagine, boom, boom, and then back and go. Kick, see, boom. Ah, see? or this leg here, see, for example, you're going, boom, see, bam. If you wanted to go to the other side, you could put this out and then turn and go that way to train some stance work, stepping across, see, or stepping back, and then as you go, turning and going in. But you shouldn't be messing around with funny steps and stuff first. The most important thing first is, know your space, okay? Be careful in a room, just got stuff in there, or people around, feel that, and go into a guard, and then do the moves, You want to change that hand, you can, the front leg. I like to work from the back leg for this. And to be honest with you, I like to do the straight one before, but now I also like to do the closer one, where you bend the leg and go at the bottom of the foot, or the hip, or the ball of the foot there. I think that's quite a good one for close range there. It's good to get that feel in there, position in there, okay? So that's some training using crescent kicks, okay? And target practice with crescent kicks. And it's like target practice, not only for what you're striking with, but your whole body. It's the same with an archer. An archer who's firing arrows, like, it's not only his arms and his mind, okay, and his breathing, it's everything, you see, it's his body straightness. You can't be like a drunken archer, can you, and expect to get the thing every time, you see. You've got to be, at that moment, you've got to bring all the energy together and connect with that target as far right as I'm saying. But relaxed, and enough energy controlled in the right way. So this is part of Kung Fu training again. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Train hard and stay safe. Let's see, you're standing there in a fighting stance, doing a few of those kicks across, you see, 10 or 20 even every night or whenever you can. Or like I say, with a tree there, and just working the kicks against the tree, or just facing it this way, and just doing it like that if you wish to. It's a kind of training for you, you see what I'm saying? And try to get your body not so locked straight, but straight, and keep that base from your legs when you're kicking with the other leg. No matter what kicks you do, you see. Guard up, elbows not too far out, keep them in for a guard too. When you're doing the movements, also remember, as I say, to keep your balance. As I say, don't be living your body in a funny angle or something, because you'll feel that you'll push yourself off balance. It's the same as if you missed and you put too much energy, you're flying past the tree and smash your head into it. Make sure you're focused. Regardless, it's like if your opponent was standing in front of you, or a target was in front of you, or even if your partner was holding those blue pads, let's say, holding one out, and you was going to kick it. What about if you miss it, or if the person steps back? You see what I'm saying? You'll miss it, but what's going to happen? Your leg should miss, but you're in control still. You know where you're going to put your foot. You know what I'm trying to say? Either in front, back, whatever it's going to be. Like a dancer, but it's like you're there, you're in coordination of what's going on. You're not going to just miss and go, whoa, and be open to attack it. You just turn your back. You're going to be like, wow, that's solid. The whole body's solid. Your leg's strong. So your guards do up, bam. So you can boom, boom, punching. Then boom, bring it back. See, guard with your knee, whatever it's going to be. Elbow strike. So I'm trying to say block, punch and turn. You're going to parry and blocks. See, using that what you've been training. See, low blocks, high blocks. So you're trying to say, you use it all, see what I'm saying? Back side kick, whatever it's going to be, front kick. So I'm trying to say, working it all in. Roundhouse kicks, reverse roundhouse kicks, all the different kicks. Okay, but you're using it all, you see? And you're not you're not compromising any balance in any martial art moves you do. You always want to maintain that centre with the arms, whatever you're doing, you want to maintain your centre core in the martial arts, okay? This is training, and from these simple kind of exercises and simple kind of training techniques, it doesn't matter if it's legs or hands, although they're very different and although there's different kinds of training, the most important thing is these things do contain a lot of connection to the centre. It's like everything we do in life, all the exercises in every term of the way of the expression in life, they all are anything we do, they are connected to our heart and us. We are at the centre. You know what I mean? So that your balance and your structure there, the centre, is where it comes from. So no matter what you do with your hands or your legs, they're doing movements. You don't want to be losing your balance all over the place. Keep centred, and then you know what I mean. And then you'll have balance in your life. It's teaching you a lot of things for life, not only to kick your hands or kick a pad, okay, or beat someone up or or do flashy moves. Okay? She's teaching you a lot of martial arts. As I say, fighting abilities and health and fitness and exercise too. Okay, so train hard and stay safe. Thanks for watching. Always more martial arts to come, and I love sharing with you guys. Now, Merry Christmas and take care, everybody.